Hey everybody, it's Diane. What's going on? Let me move it this way, get the sun out of the way. Um, important little talk today. Topic of the video is check your cash register. This is such a big deal. I watch folks all the time. They get into a program, affiliate program, network marketing program. They're setting things up themselves, whatever the case may be. And what they don't do is walk through the process through the eyes of the customer to make sure the flow through is right and make sure the transactions are happening properly and being credited properly, etc. It's a major mistake I see fairly regularly. And it's funny because I deal with a lot of companies, some as a rep and some as a consultant. And sometimes I'll tell them there's a problem and they'll laugh at me and they'll say, oh, no, there's no problem because I'm not terribly technical. And I laugh and I say, there's two things that I know how to do and I know how to do better than most. It is get a lead and make a sale. Hi, everybody. So if the lead generation system isn't happening right in my leads, if I'm generating traffic to a site and I'm not getting my leads properly, I know it right away. And if I'm generating sales to a site and the sales are not being tracked properly, I always know it right away. And those are the two things that I'm looking for with a good company to work for. Obviously, integrity, and they fulfill their product and they have a good product and all that good stuff. But I want to make sure their systems are working right. But it is my responsibility to check my cash register. And your cash register is any site you have that is processing sales or processing leads. That's your cash register. If your cash register ain't working, you ain't in business. So really important. And go back. Sometimes you've been around the block like me a long time and you find out later on that there's problems with your sites or you're missing out on stuff because you haven't checked your cash register lately. It's important. If you haven't checked your cash register lately, go do it. If you've been in the program for a year or 2 years or whatever, go check and go test because it's critical. You could be having cash flow and leads slipping through cracks and crevices, and that's really problematic. So big advice to both old and new. If you're new, never go out and promote until you've tested your system. In fact, it's a great idea to have a buddy test it. And if you've been around the block, it's a good idea to go in there and just do a checkup and make sure everything is working right. Don't lose out on money. Your hard-earned, your effort, your time, the work you're going to put in. Make sure. In fact, there's Juliana just popping on the live. And last night we were talking about her systems and her flow through. So check it, double check it. And if anything seems off, like if you've always gotten so many leads and then all of a sudden something's happening or something's changed, like recently I had a change in my open rates for my emails with my autoresponder. And I went and checked it and there was a glitch at DianeHochman.com. More good stuff coming your way. See you guys in a little bit.